So Trump's proposed budget has been released, and it's an absolute dumpster fire and a deeply immoral document. So here's some of the most important parts of it. Now, this is Bernie Sanders' policy advisor, Warren Gunnels, and or Warren G, as we call him. And Bernie Sanders and Warren G are going to regulate. Props to those of you who know that reference. It might be a little before many of your time. So he went through the document, and here's what he shared. Take a look. Over the next 10 years, Trump's budget would cut $1.5 trillion from Medicaid, $845 billion from Medicare, $25 billion from Social Security, $207 billion from college education, $220 billion from food stamps, while base defense spending would increase by $861 billion. Now, this, you have to recall, guys, this is a budget he's releasing. Remember what he said when he was on the campaign trail? He said, I'm not going to cut Social Security, I'm not going to cut Medicare, I'm not going to cut Medicaid. He said that repeatedly. In fact, he went after Mike Huckabee because Mike Huckabee started saying the same thing. And Trump's like, no, I came up with that first. No, I'm going to be the Republican that protects entitlement programs. And then now, I just told you, his budget massively slashes Medicare, Medicaid, Social Security. Never mind, college education, food stamps. I mean, basically, here's Donald Trump's proposed budget summed up. Everything that shouldn't be cut, he cuts. Everything that should be cut, he increases funding there. And this is what I warned you guys from the beginning, is that despite his rhetoric, on many issues, Donald Trump is just the ultimate establishment Republican. It's actually kind of hilarious that you have people who are in the establishment on the right who don't like Trump, because the reality is they agree with everything he's doing minus the mean tweets. It's the mean tweets that they don't like. They're like, can you mask your bigotry a little bit? Or can you mask your fucking, just roll back your rhetoric. Don't be so aggressive going after people. Pretend like you're a good person. And then we love everything you're doing because on policy, they're with him a zillion %. And this is, again, they get their wet dream in this one. I always laughed when Trump, he went after Hillary for her ties to Goldman Sachs on the campaign trail. Then immediately, he hired like 3 people from Goldman Sachs to be top officials in his administration. Anybody who was following this stuff was like, what the fuck? And of course, that's the last thing mainstream media would go after Trump on. Because they like that. They like having the Goldman Sachs characters in the room. The last thing they'd go after him on. But everybody like us, we were watching like, what the fuck? So that's Donald Trump. Contradictions aren't a thing. Hypocrisy isn't a thing. Immorality, not a thing. He just exists as a rubber stamp for the elite douches who run this country.